Stop buying sandwich bread. Homemade white sandwich bread sounds complicated, but it's not. This one is soft, simpler, and easier than you'd think. First thing we're gonna need is a bowl. I like bread flour for this one. You can use all-purpose flour. You can use whole wheat flour. And we need about 440 grams of bread flour, which is roughly 3.5 cups. I think I got it right on the nose. We need 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, which is about 8 grams. 8 grams of instant yeast. You can use active dry here as well. You would just have to bloom it with the milk or the water. We need 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, which is roughly about 12.5 grams. I want the water temperature around 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. This is about 295 milliliters or 295 grams of water. Just gonna give that a good mix. Let that come together. And if you wanted here, you can definitely use milk or milk substitute if you want that classic like milk bread kind of style. I just like using water in this application. And once it kind of comes together, we're gonna lay it out on the surface and we're just gonna start kneading that. Now, typically if you had a stand mixer, you can definitely use that by all means. I'm trying to show you that you can definitely do this without the fancy equipment. It just takes a little bit of muscle. So we're just kneading, and when I'm kneading, I'm pulling kind of over and I'm using kind of my palm to just push and pulling over and pushing. And same with this side, I'm using my palm to kind of just push that dough. You might just have to sprinkle a little bit more flour on the dough as it gets stickier. And we're just gonna honestly knead this for 5-10 minutes. You'll see the dough starting to like spring and push back on you. Once we have this all formed together, I have about 42 grams of unsalted, softened butter. And we're just gonna put it in there and slowly work that in. Little bits of butter at a time. And I'll just continue to knead. It's a lot of work. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it for you. We're gonna do it for the people. I'm gonna show you that this can be done at home. But look, you can see that it's starting to smoothen out a little bit. Do the test, you know, where you stretch it. Not really there yet. We still gotta keep going. It's a good workout for the day, that's for sure. This is why I like my no knead recipe so much, because it's literally no kneading. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. This one's good too. It's nice to put in the work into something, and then for me, watching people eat it, in my case, my family or my friends, when you put your finger into it, you want it to be able to punch back. It's kind of punchy, so it's not fully there yet. Am I sweating? I have sweat on my forehead. I remember watching my nana do this as a kid. And my nana was at that time probably in her late 60s. And man, they were just built different. A little bit more. We could use a mixer, you know, and just omit it. You can feel it, that we're almost there. Yeah, that's like punching back nice now. 5 more minutes and we're there. The more work you do now, the better the bread's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot lighter, a lot airier. Okay, I think we did it. Springing right back. Get a bowl, just lightly grease this with some butter. Put that in there, nice, nice. Wash your hands, always wash your hands. Little plastic wrap cover or a damp towel, whatever you got. That's gonna go on the side of my counter for about 45 minutes to an hour. This is called the bulk ferment. We really just wanna see some rise in that dough. We'll come back and we'll work it and shape it and do a second rise. Check this out. Boom. That's how you know all the hard work has paid off, that it's kind of rose up. So we are gonna do another quick form on this dough and then have a second rise on this, but I'll just run you through that really quickly. Plop that out. Little dusting of that bread flour. And you basically just kind of want to flatten this into kind of like a uniform piece. And I got my bread pan here. It is a 9x5 inch loaf pan. I'm just making it the same width as that, same length as it. You don't have to be too precise here, just as long as we get it there. And all I'm gonna do is just roll this baby up. I'm gonna lightly grease this just to ensure that it doesn't stick. And then I'll wipe off some of the excess. And then once we've rolled that dough up, we're gonna go cut side down in there. And we're gonna do another rise on it, about 45 minutes to an hour, same as the first bulk ferment. You do wanna cover this with like a damp tea towel, or if you have another pan, this will go on the side of my, what do you call it? Kitchen counter. Yeah. It's been about an hour. The bread has sat on my counter. So we did our bulk ferment and then we did our second ferment, and check this out. And now we are ready to go in the oven. It's nicely proofed up beautifully. You could brush this with like an egg wash, water type thing if you wanted to get a nicer golden crust, but honestly, I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna go in the oven for quite some time. I got it at about 40 minutes at 350, so it will rise some more and give a beautiful golden color. So I got it middle rack, middle of the oven, right in the middle, middle. Bread is ready. You wanna get this to a wire rack immediately. And we do want this to rest. Yes, you can eat it warm, but you wanna let it rest for at least 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes, people. It's gonna carry over cooking. It's gonna create more of that crumb. Let it rest. Let it rest. It's a little bit warm. This will be good. Cut in the middle of this just to show you how nice this comes. Look at this. Come on. We've got some light airiness to it, but it's dense. It's perfect. It's exactly like a white bread would be if you were to buy it at the store. But the only difference here is we knew exactly what went into this. Let's slice some of this up. Let's make the simple grilled cheese. I like to use mayonnaise for my grilled cheese. You can use butter. I always keep my homemade mayonnaise on hand. If you haven't checked that video out, please check that out. It's the easiest way to make homemade mayo. Mayonnaise on the bread to toast it. This is perfect. I like a lot of cheese in my grilled cheese. To each their own. Give that a good press in. Layer our cheese. Get our top on there. Oh yeah. Just gonna lower that heat a touch. I like to go in with a little bit of water to melt the cheese. Just a touch. I'm gonna bubble that up. Cap that. That'll just help melt the cheese. And you can get a facial at the same time. See that? Release the pores. Cooking in a spa. Spa and a cooking. The cook spa. That's a good idea. Cook spa? Is that a thing? Is that what bed and breakfasts are? Grilled cheese and facials. Look at that. Come on. It's like a magic show. Perfectly melted cheese. You seeing that? That mayonnaise just gives you a perfect crust every single time. Simple grilled cheese, people. Made from some amazing bread that we made by hand with love and care. Yeah. It doesn't get better than this. Look at that bread. It's delicious. A little ketchup on the side to dip that. You know, it'd be great between this bread too. A little bit of steak. Check it out right here. Like and subscribe. You want to come to my bed and breakfast? Like and subscribe. Might happen. It'll be called All Day Grilled Cheeses. See ya.